Imagine opening your laptop and typing a simple sentence. Create a painting of a cat astronaut exploring the space. Within seconds, a computer generates a beautiful image. Or imagine asking a computer, explain black hole like I'm a 5 years old. And it instantly gives you a clear explanation. Just a few years ago, this would have sounded like a science fiction, but today it's becoming a part of everyday life. Computers can now write stories, generate images, compose music, create videos, and even write computer code all within seconds. This powerful technology is called Generative Artificial Intelligence, often shortened to Generative AI. Unlike traditional artificial intelligence, which mainly analyzes data or makes predictions, Generative Artificial Intelligence focuses on creating entirely new content based on patterns it has already learned from massive amounts of data. And this technology is growing incredibly fast. From students and developers to artists and business to people everywhere are beginning to use tools powered by generative artificial intelligence such as ChatGPT, Gemini, Midjourney, and DALL-E to turn simple ideas into real content. Now, before we start this, here's a quick information. If you're serious about building the next generation of AI products, the Applied Agentic AI System Design and Impact program in collaboration with Microsoft and Simplilearn is a 10-week practitioner-level experience designed for professionals who want to move beyond basic generative AI and start designing, orchestrating, and leading agentic AI systems. You'll gain hands-on expertise in multi-agent systems, RAG, MCP, planning frameworks, workflow automation, and agentic UX, while working with 25 plus industry tools like LangChain, AutoGen, Crew AI, N8N, LangGraph, Azure, and more. Learning is deeply practical with 40 plus demos and 10 plus guided practices, 7 real-world projects, and capstone focused on product strategy. It is delivered through a live interactive sessions, mentoring, and cohort-based collaboration. The program also offers career support via job assistance, Microsoft Learn badges, and also a joint completion certificate from Microsoft and Simplilearn. If you're aiming to build autonomous AI systems, lead AI-driven product strategy, and stand out in fast-growing market, this program isn't just an upgrade, it's your launchpad. Enroll now and step into the future of agentic AI with confidence. The link is given in the description box below and in the comment section. Here's a small quiz for you to answer before we dive in. Which of the following can generative artificial intelligence create? Is it text and stories, images and artwork, music or code, or is it all of the above? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. And do hit the like button if you want to create more such content. Let's begin. Let's start with the first module, which is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, often called as Gen AI. In this module, we'll understand what generative AI is and how it differs from traditional AI and why it has suddenly become so popular in recent years. Now let's understand the basic idea of generative AI. Generative artificial intelligence refers to AI systems that can create new content. Unlike traditional computer programs that simply follow instructions, generative AI can produce things like text, images, code, music. You simply provide an instruction or prompt and the AI generates something new. To better understand generative AI, it helps to compare it with traditional AI. Traditional AI systems are mainly designed to analyze data and make predictions. For example, traditional AI can detect spam emails, recognize faces in images, recommend movies or products. These systems follow rules and perform specific fixed tasks. Generative AI works differently. Instead of only analyzing data, it learns patterns from large datasets and generates new outputs. So the key difference is simple. Traditional AI analyzes information while generative AI creates new content. Generative AI might seem like a very new technology. The idea of artificial intelligence has existed for decades now. Research in AI actually started in the 1950s when scientists began exploring how machines could stimulate human intelligence. Then around 2010, a major breakthrough happened with something called as deep learning, which allowed computers to learn patterns from massive datasets. But the real turning point came in 2022 when tools like ChatGPT became available to the public. Suddenly, millions of people could interact with powerful AI simply by typing questions. Today, we are entering what experts call multimodal AI era. where AI can generate and understand text, images, audio, and even video. That's why generative AI has grown so quickly in recent years. Now that we have understood what generative AI is, let's move on to the second module. In this module, we'll explore how generative AI actually works behind the scenes. We'll look at concepts like neural networks, large language models, and how AI systems learn from data to generate new content. To understand how generative AI works, we first need to understand neural networks. Neural networks are inspired by human brain. Our brain has billions of neurons that communicate with each other to process information. Artificial neural networks work in a similar way. As shown in this diagram, they usually have three main layers. The first is input layer, where information enters the system. This could be text, numbers, or images. Next are hidden layers. These layers analyze patterns in data and perform calculations. Finally, there is output layer, which produces the final output such as generated text or an image. By training these neural networks with large amounts of data, AI systems learn how to recognize patterns and generate meaningful outputs. One of the most important technologies behind generative AI is called a large language model or LLM. Large language models are trained on massive amounts of text data collected from books, websites, articles. By analyzing billions of sentences, the model learns patterns in language such as grammar, sentence structure, context, relationship between words. This allows the AI to generate human-like responses. Some of the popular examples of large language models include ChatGPT, Gemini, LLAMA. When you ask these systems a question, they don't search the internet like a search engine. Instead, they predict the most likely next word based on patterns they learned during training. That's how they generate natural sounding answers. Now let's look at how these models learn to create content. The process usually follows a cycle. First, we have data AI models that are trained using huge datasets that may include text, images, or other information. Next is training. During training, the AI analyzes patterns in data and learns how different pieces of information are related. Then comes generation. Once trained, the model can generate new outputs when a user provides a prompt. Finally, there is feedback. Human feedback helps improve the model by correcting mistakes and refining responses. This continuous cycle of data, training, generation, and feedback helps AI systems become more accurate and useful over the time. Now let's move on to the third module where we will look at some real-world examples of generative AI. In this session, we'll also explore how AI is already being used to generate text, images, music, code, and even videos. Some of these examples might actually surprise you. One of the most important applications of generative AI is text generation. The user first enters a prompt. For example, explain black hole in simple words. The AI then generates an answer almost instantly. Tools like ChatGPT, Gemini can generate human-like responses to questions. These tools can help with many tasks such as writing emails, creating articles, summarization, information, brainstorming ideas. Because of this, they are widely used by students, professionals, researchers, and business. Instead of spending hours starting from scratch, AI can help generate a quick starting point in seconds. Generative AI can also create images using simple text descriptions. This technology is known as text-to-image creation. For example, a user might type a prompt like a cat astronaut floating in space, cartoon style. It will quickly generate an image. AI tools such as DALL-E, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion can generate a complete new image based on the description. These tools are now widely used by artists, designers, marketing teams. They help create illustration, concept art, and visual content much faster than traditional design methods. What once took hours or days can now be done within seconds. Generative AI is not limited to just text or images. It can also generate many other type of content. For example, AI can create music such as background tracks for videos or games. It can generate code, helping developers write programs faster and fix errors. Some advanced AI models can even generate videos from simple prompts. Because of these capabilities, AI is becoming a powerful creative assistant across many industries. For entertainment and education to software development, generative AI is transforming how content is created. Because generative AI can create unique and interesting content, many AI creation quickly become viral on internet. For example, AI generated artwork often spreads rapidly on social media. Generative AI can create something called as deepfakes. Deepfakes are very realistic but fake images or videos of people. They can sometimes spread misinformation or be used in harmful ways. Memes created using AI are also becoming extremely popular online. However, there is also a challenge. Because of this, it's important to use AI responsibly and understand both its benefits and risks. We'll explore these challenges further in the next sessions. Now let's move into the next module, which focuses on advantages and opportunities of generative AI. In this section, we'll explore how generative AI helps people work faster, become more creative, and unlock new possibilities across many industries. One of the biggest benefits of generative AI is that it helps boost both creativity and productivity. AI can support people in different stages of their work. First, it helps with brainstorming ideas. If someone is stuck or unsure where to begin, AI can quickly suggest ideas or direction. Next, it helps with people drafting content faster. For example, AI can generate the first version of email, article, or report within seconds. Finally, it can help polish and improve work by suggesting better wording or even fixing grammar. Because of this, tasks that usually took hours can sometimes be completed in minutes. Instead of just replacing humans, AI works best in creative partner that helps people save time and work more efficiently. Another important advantage of generative AI is that almost anyone can use it. In the past, creating digital content often required specified skills. For example, you needed coding skills, knowledge to build a software. You needed designing skills to create artwork. But with generative AI, all you often need is a simple prompt. You just describe what you want and the AI generates it. This means people without technical backgrounds can still create things like images, text, or even ideas. Because of this, generative AI is helping democratic creativity, meaning more people than ever can participate in creating and sharing content. While generative AI offers many exciting opportunities, it also comes with important challenges and risks. In this module, we'll explore some of the limitations that generative AI has and the ethical concerns surrounding it. Understanding these issues is important so that we can use AI responsibly and safely. Although generative AI is powerful, it has some serious challenges. One concern is biases. AI models learn from data, and if the data contains biases, the AI may produce unfair or inaccurate results. Another issue is misinformation. AI can sometimes generate incorrect or misleading information that may sound very convincing. Finally, there are deepfakes. Deepfakes are realistic but fake images or videos created using AI. They can sometimes be used to spread false information or impersonate. Repeat. They can sometimes be used to spread false information or impersonate people. Because of these risks, it's important to carefully verify AI generated content and use the technology responsibly. As generative AI becomes more powerful, questions about ethics and responsibility becomes very important. One key issue is copyright. If AI generates an image or piece of text based on existing data, who actually owns that content? Another question is ownership. Should the credit go to the person who wrote the prompt, the developer who created the AI model, or both? There is also risk of misuse, where AI tools might be used for harmful purposes such as creating fake content or spreading misinformation. Because of these concerns, governments, companies, and researchers are working on guidelines and regulations to ensure AI is used in a responsible way. Now let's move on to the final module where we look at the future of generative AI and what comes next. We'll explore how AI technology is evolving and how individuals and society can adapt to these changes. Generative AI is still developing rapidly and many exciting advancements are expected in the future. One trend is interactive AI. AI systems are becoming more conversational and capable of interacting with humans in natural ways. Another major development is multimodal AI. This means AI can understand and generate multiple types of content such as text, images, audio, and video together. Finally, we will see evolving creativity, where humans and AI collaborate to produce new ideas, designs, and innovations. These developments will make AI tools even more powerful and useful across many fields. As generative AI becomes more wider spread society, we will adapt several ways. As generative AI becomes more wider spread, society will need to adapt in several ways. First, there will be a need for governance and regulations to ensure AI is used safely and responsibly. Second, we must focus on safety, making sure AI systems are reliable and do not cause any harm. Finally, education will play a key role. People will need to develop new skills to work alongside AI technologies. By preparing for these changes, society can ensure that AI benefits everyone while minimizing risks. So, how can you start exploring generative AI? The first step is very simple. Try a chatbot. Tools like ChatGPT allow you to ask questions, generate ideas, or create content instantly. Next, you can experiment with AI image generation tools and create artwork and visuals from simple prompts. Finally, you can use AI to automate everyday tasks such as writing emails, summarizing information, or even brainstorming ideas. The key is to start experimenting and learning how these tools work. Generative AI is becoming an important technology, and those who learn how to use it early will have significant advantage in the future. Generative artificial intelligence is transforming how we create, learn, and work. From generating text and images to helping solve complex problems, AI is becoming a powerful tool that can enhance human creativity. However, like any powerful technology, it must be used responsibly and ethically. The future of AI will not be about humans versus machine, it will be about humans working together with AI to build new possibilities. And the best way to prepare for the future is simple. Start exploring, learning, and experimenting with AI today. Thank you and keep learning with Simplilearn, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more such content.